Urban Folklore has stated that the annual Harvest Moon Hurrah event serves as the birthday of the city. Whether that's true or not, it's certainly a great party to usher in the fall season. Let's welcome Angela Eckhart to the table. Welcome.
Thanks,
oh my gosh. I feel like we're having a little reunion over here.
I know, you guys are chatty. What's up?
You know
We're
each
chatty.
other, and how is that?
Yeah, so we basically grew up together, went to the same went to the same elementary school, went to the same high school together. She was always very involved in things, and her mom was actually my Girl Scout leader.
No way.
I love the Girl Scouts.
Together.
I was a Girl
Yes,
Scout.
we loved
Down
the Girl
in
Scouts.
Nephi.
In Nephi, yes.
Oh my
And we sold our cookies door to door.
Yeah, none of this online stuff.
Right?
It was a hard grind for that.
But that's not the reason you're here.
We're not just reminiscing about.
No, but we
glory
could. We
days.
could. We could probably find pictures. I can. Yes.
I'm gonna find some.
Yeah, I'll just share this though. I remember one thing that sticks out is we did make a tomato cake one time for Girl Scouts.
Wow,
and I remember, I think I got in trouble a little bit because I'm like, I'm eating tomato cake.
Tomato cake.
Yeah, but it was probably tasty. I don't know if we have anybody's made it
either,
since.
honestly.
Okay, well, the Harvest Moon Hurrah. What's going on?
That's why we're really here.
That's why we're really here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Angela, you really oversee the Harvest Moon Hurrah.
So I'm actually only over the children's part. Matt Gilbert is the director of Harvest Moon Hurrah and making a bunch of big changes this year. Before, Bjorn Pendleton is actually who started it, and we had a lot going on with him, and then it's kind of dwindled off and gotten smaller and smaller. So we're hoping to come back and be bigger this year, and we're excited about that.
So what changes are you making? What are we looking forward to?
We're adding, besides the children's events and the entertainment that will be there, they're actually adding some art vendor booths that will be there, and also we're adding an art show. So we did a little mini art show with the city at the beginning of this year and had a big turnout. We thought we would have lots of kids, but we actually had more grown-ups than children, which was super exciting, right?
So will that be at the park then too?
That will be at the park as well. So the registration will go out actually today. It just got approved, and you can register to do just a normal like 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and some kind of art piece, and then bring it that morning, and they'll be there on display at the park all day that day.
Okay, and that's more for adults.
We're going to open it just to anyone.
Any age, okay.
Yep, any age. So we said 0 to 99 on the mini art show, and we thought, oh, maybe we shouldn't do that. So
cute. So just a piece of paper sized art piece. We could do that, guys.
Right? You guys should do
I'm
it.
kind of more interested actually in the paint it yourself murals.
Paint it yourself murals have been there for a while, but it's even bigger this year. So they just have, and I wish I knew the size, giant is the size, art murals that everyone paints a little piece of.
Okay.
So you get a little square and you just paint your little piece and it comes together to be a picture. It's actually
I love
amazing.
those.
Yeah, I like those too.
Yeah, they're really
fun.
awesome.
And
I've seen
that's
them do
for
it with little dots.
Kids, right?
That's actually anyone.
Again,
it's
any
set up
age.
any age. We actually have a lot more grown-ups come paint than you would think. I think that's an untapped audience in Spanish Fork. So we're looking, as the Arts Council, we're looking at doing a lot more visual art stuff that grown-ups can be involved in.
Okay, for someone who doesn't know what it is, just explain really briefly what is.
The Harvest Moon Hurrah.
Harvest Moon Hurrah. So it's a fall celebration. We had the most exciting thing that's happened with Harvest Moon Hurrah is the piano guys came just as they were getting really big. So there's usually an entertainer. This year we have Michaela Page, Jordan Caswell, and Max Baxter. Our entertainers are coming. And then there's also local entertainment. We have some school groups, some dance groups. The chorale will be there. The orchestra for Nebo will be there. Lots of things going on like that. It also used to start at 3 o'clock and go till it was like dark, and they've moved it up a little bit just to make it a little more family friendly, and hopefully the weather will be okay. So they're starting at 11 o'clock with booths, with 12 o'clock with activities, and they'll be done by 6:30 this year.
Oh, that is a lot different.
A lot different.
Okay, tell us what's the date of this.
It is September 7th.
Saturday,
September 7th. So
At
it's
the
coming
city
up
park.
At the city park. Food trucks, party atmosphere, lots of things going on. There's also Pete, who is your cameraman, loves to come because In the children's tent, we do tiny little caramel apples, and he'll come snitch caramel all night long.
He did
He
tell us
said
about
it's the
this.
best caramel
best.
dip ever.
Yes, the best.
Do you
So
make it?
I do make it. It's
Oh
a secret.
my
No, it's not
heavens.
even a secret recipe. I totally can give it to you, but
You
Okay,
would?
so this is in the children's tent.
this is in the children's tent.
children's
but
tent.
we end up feeding whoever wanders by. Come on over.
Okay.
And
have
do we
caramel
just
apples.
bring spoonfuls to take?
You get a little tiny cup with little apple ball, like an apple. I take a melon baller and ball apples. You get little tiny apples to dip in your caramel in the children's tent.
sounds difficult.
So cute. I
Well,
love
I
that.
have really
is.
good helpers. I have really good helpers. So.
To ball an apple?
Right? That's true actors.
Oh,
love
my.
that service.
Right, my daughter Zoe is who usually ends up doing it these days. But we also have the youth city council coming to help, and some groups from the high school coming as well. So,
Okay.
That just sounds fun.
yeah.
Will
it
there
is
be
fun. It's
pumpkins
a
this year?
party.
I know in the past there have been, but it feels early.
So since we started doing it early, they're doing pumpkins, but you get a little voucher to go down and get a pumpkin later. So that's
For
fun
free?
too from Gordo's. Yep, you just take your thing down to Gordo's
Okay.
and get a pumpkin.
Fun.
So
Right?
It's just a great, kind of
It
a
makes
great
me
last.
more
I know.
excited for
Hurry,
fall.
I-
Not
hurry,
ready, but
I-
excited.
Although I have some little tiny pumpkins, we're gonna flip across the park with catapults. So
Oh,
You're
that
so
if you want to
fun.
flip pumpkins, come to the Harvest Moon Hurrah.
Okay, so all
bring the
ages are
grandkids.
invited. Come for lunch or dinner.
Come for
Food
lunch or
trucks will
dinner,
be
yeah,
there
it hits
the whole
both.
time.
And the art booths this year, we're excited to kind of see what happens with that. So
Okay, I didn't even
Love
know
it.
about all these changes.
just barely happening.
So
we're very
I
excited.
think the time change is going to be really good. There were several that I sat down there, and it gets cold, just depending
It's
on the year.
cold.
Yeah.
It's
And last
dark.
year it started raining just as our like big act came on, and I felt terrible.
So one of our favorite musicians we've had on Studio Chatter several times, Whitney Lusk, performed.
she
I
did?
want to say like 7-8 years ago.
It's been about 7 or 8.
Okay, yeah. We love Whitney.
Yeah,
she was
we do.
awesome. She was
That would be awesome. Well, I think that it's going to be fantastic because your talents for sure. Remind us what elementary school are you working?
I teach at Larson Elementary.
At Larson, and they're always bragging about your
That's
talents.
my
And
favorite.
yes, they love you and her art talents and all of the
What,
fun
are
things
you-
that you do every year.
Are you over art, or
I
do
actually
you
teach
teach?
kindergarten.
Oh, do you
of course
really?
she does.
Yeah.
The best
So you're back
ever.
to school.
Back to school, day 2 today. We all survived, no one cried, and so we're good.
But did kindergarten start already too?
Kindergarten, yeah. The state used to do a test called the KEEP test, and so we started a week late and ended a week early.
Right.
But they aren't doing that anymore. We did our own little screener, and so they all started at the same time. They'll end at the same time this year.
I love that.
Yeah.
So it's always hard to like keep them
know.
back and then
Yeah.
remember.
But, well, and I think they were always so sad. The ones that wanted to be at school couldn't go, and the seniors that didn't really want to be at school had to go.
Totally. And then the moms that are working are trying to figure out
Yes,
what's
all
my
the
life
different
doing.
schedules. It is nice
Yeah.
just to start and end.
Is
at the same
kindergarten full day now?
time. Yeah, so they have a choice. We have
Okay.
both full and half day at our school, but I'm full day. now.
Full day. That's
Yeah.
so
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you what was one of your favorite things you did this summer before we wrap up?
I actually got to go be they call it the George Washington Teacher Institute, and I got to go with a group of educators back and live on site at Mount Vernon for 6 days.
You would love
goodness.
this. Yes,
And go
I read
to
that
I
on
need to
social.
do
Yeah.
it.
You lived on site?
We got to go like back behind. We were there when they pulled one of the bottles of cherries out. If you saw that,
I heard that
we
news
were there
report
when
on
they
that.
pulled one of the bottles of cherries out of the basement, and we got to go back and see like all of the clothing and stuff that's in conservation. Like they pull it out of this big drawer, and nobody can touch it, and you can't take pictures of it, and all of those things. And so they have a lot of clothing and things from them too.
So what did you do there for a whole week?
So we were in classes for part of the day, and then we got to just go be out and tour out on the grounds for the rest of the time. They have a really nice library there that has besides regular library things, they also have like all of like his shopping lists and lots of things that were written by George Washington. They have on site too. We got to go back and see all of that.
And
as
how were
well.
you chosen to
Yeah.
go there? Or did you just pay a lot of money and go
I
there?
did not pay any money. They pay for teachers to do. Even my flight was covered. I know, teachers, you should apply for that.
I need to fake it.
Yes, we want to be a teacher.
Yes.
Right, you should.
You just applied.
You just apply. You apply in November, and we found out in March they had about 3,000 people apply, and they took 125 of us.
Were you all there at during the same week?
No,
Or they
so
spread you out?
There are 5 weeks. I was there during the government week, so we learned about like when the government started, the Constitution, and all of that stuff. But they also had slavery. They had women in the government, And then I actually don't remember what the
Okay,
other
so
two were
just
because they were
different
later. So you got to
focuses.
choose which thing you wanted to focus on.
Had you been there before?
I had been there once before with a group of teenagers for about half an hour. So I was really excited to be there. And
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I asked that question.
Isn't she
That was so
awesome?
nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So deserving, such a gem.
so
Yes.
fun.
We will
Okay,
find
so
you.
fun.
We'll see you on the
Hurrah.
7th.
Thank you,
Come
thank
find
you.
me. Come get Carmel.
Okay, we
Okay,
will.
we will.
Thank you.